whether your answers are correct. Okay. Yesterday's question I have solved in that. Yes. Roll number 12, C division. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
We started with the trigonometric series, which is a naught by 2 plus a1 cos x plus b1 sin x plus a2 cos x plus b2 sin 2x.
Yes, and that was written in the form what I'm writing on the board. An
Yes.
cos of nx plus bn
bn sin of
sin of
nx.
nx. Where what is a naught? Tell me the formula for a naught.
A naught is 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x dx.
Okay. What is the formula for an?
1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x cos x dx.
Cos nx dx.
Cos
Okay.
nx dx.
And
Yes.
bn is
Bn is 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x sin nx dx.
so this is your definition for Fourier series. Where Fourier series that function f of x is defined in which interval?
Uh,
0 less equal x less equal 2 pi. What's the domain of the function f of x? It is 0 less equal x less equal 2 pi. Means the function goes from 0 comma 2 pi to the values which will be f of x values that you get from the series expansion. Okay. So what is important? It's a periodic function. F of x
yes.
should be periodic
Periodic.
functions. Yes, yes. Thank you. Rule number 12. Now we'll
Yes, ma'am.
start. Yeah, we'll start. How do we apply it to get the values of the Fourier series? Again, let me revise it. What is the use? Fourier series is the expansion of a function which is periodic, having finite period. Having finite period. What's the meaning of period? Upper limit minus lower limit. Total period is equal to upper limit minus lower limit. But what do we get in the formulas? That is actually will be compared with 2L. I'll tell you later on what is the meaning of 2L. So 2L is the period which is 2 pi, and therefore if I compare this, I get n is equal to pi, which comes here in the formula. Okay, why I'm telling you, you come to know when you will try to write down the generalized formula. So total length of the interval is period of the function, which is 2L, which is 2 pi, and that's why L is equal to pi. We have Fourier series expansion for a discontinuous function having finite discontinuity. Then we'll be able to write the series expansion. Taylor series, Maclaurin series were useful only for functions which are continuous and differentiable. Here, even if the function is not continuous or not differentiable, we'll be able to write down the Fourier series expansion. But the requirement is it should be periodic, it should be integrable, it should have finite discontinuities and finite number of maxima and minima. Those are Dirichlet conditions that we saw yesterday. After that, what we are going to do with this Fourier series? After learning this, we actually extend Fourier series to something called as Fourier transform, which increases the finite interval to infinite interval. And then your integration goes from minus infinity to plus infinity if it is entire domain of real numbers, or 0 to infinity depending on which transforms you are doing. So there are Laplace transform, Fourier transform, Z transform. Specifically for ENTC students, this is very, very important because we have an entire signal system course where you will be using the extension of Fourier series as well as Fourier series. That is important. And for mechanical students, heat equations and all those things are there, which will be again using Fourier series, Fourier transform. And in general, Fourier series, Fourier transform are used to solve partial differential equation, which will come across in M3 also. So for everyone, all engineers, this is quite important topic. So this is basically designed with the help of trigonometric series, which is cos and sine. And cos and sine are periodic function with period 2 pi. So initially it was given for the function which are defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Then we will see how do we extend it if your general interval is of the type minus n less equal x less equal l. Then if it is c less equal x less equal c plus 2l. This is called as the interval with midpoint as 0. This is called as arbitrary interval. In this type of intervals also, we will see how do we have change in the formulas in the Fourier series expansion as well as change in the angle. That we will try to see at the end of this lecture. But right now, we will solve the examples on the type of the Fourier series which we have found for the interval 0 to 2 pi. Is this clear? All the revision points that we did yesterday, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let us start with the examples. Take down the first example. I'm taking the examples from MCQ point of view. Yesterday we took an example from theory point of view. If time permits, again I'll take one lengthy question. So take down the first question. Find a naught. Find a naught for f of x is equal to x sin x. F of x is equal to x sin x defined in the interval 0 less equal x less equal to pi such that f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. Find a naught for f of x is equal to x sin x defined in the interval 0 less equal x less equal to pi such that f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. This condition is always given in the question to understand that it is periodic function. It is repeating itself after 2 pi. Therefore, the period of the given function is 2 pi. Total period T, which is actually going to be compared with 12 later on. Okay, so how you are going to do it? Directly, the function is given
Ma'am,
to you. Yeah, quickly. How you are going to find? You are going to make use of the formula A naught. A naught is equal to 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi 1 f of x. So f of x is, yes. So f of x is x sin x, which is like this. Now you do the integration. Those who are good with integration, you can start. For the remaining students, I have sent you the formula list. The most important formula for Fourier series will be a product rule. Integration by parts. Now, if you go by integration by parts by your normal formula, it will become, again, repetition will come if they don't get completed within one step. So, Leibniz formula will be more useful. Just see what is Leibniz. It is the generalization of your integration by part. What is that? Integration UB is keep U as it is first integration of B. U B1. B1 means integration. These suffixes are integration and powers are derivative. U dash B2 plus U double dash B3 minus dot dot dot. Are you getting it? Alternate plus minus sign. You have to increase the derivatives of U and you have to increase the integrations of B. That is your Leibniz formula for product rule of integration. Clear? So how do you identify who is U and who is B? Look at the formula. Derivative of U is increasing. So U should be selected. Either you can use that Eilert formula, or generally Eilert will follow such that the derivative exhausts earlier. The function should be taken as U whose derivative becomes 0 earlier. Look at the question now. X sin x is your question. Whose derivative will exhaust or will become 0 after certain stage? Derivative of x. So that should be your U and sin x should be your V. Is it okay? So by using this Leibniz formula, first U remains as it is. What's the first integration of sine? Minus cos x.
Okay.
Okay, then minus, what's the first derivative of x? It is 1. And what is the second integration of sine? One more integration of minus cos x. I'll repeat. First integration of sine was minus cos x. Second integration of sine will be, take the integration of minus cos x. What's the integration of minus cos x? Minus sin x. And from where to where? 0 to 2 pi. Is that clear? After this, you'll end. Because what's the derivative of 1? Derivative of 1 is 0. So you'll have to stop. Are you getting it? Fine? Yes, the answer is minus 2. Those who have solved, it's correct. So A naught will become equal to, A naught will become 1 by pi. Put the upper limit and lower limit. Now, when you put x is equal to 2 pi, you get 2 pi into minus cos of 2 pi, upper limit. When you put x is equal to 0, lower limit, it will become 0 because 0 into anything is 0. What about this term sine of 2 pi? Sine of 2 pi is 0.
0.
As well as sine 0 is 0.
0.
Correct? So this term will not contribute anything to the answer. Only the term which contributes is x cos x with upper limit. That is 2 pi into minus cos 2 pi. And lower limit, cos 0 is 1, but multiplied by 0, it will be 0, so only this much will be our answer, and hence pi and pi gets cancelled. A naught is equal to 2 into cos of 2 pi is 1, therefore your answer is minus 2, since first 2 pi is 0, sorry, is 1, and sine 2 pi is equal to 0, as well as sine 0 is 0. That's why your answer is -2. So this type of question will come for 2 marks in your exam. Is that clear to everyone? Everyone is getting the answer. -2 is the correct answer. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So have you understood what we have to do? I'll send you the MCQs also today. You try to solve the remaining ones. But in that there are different formulas also. So let me give you one more question. You try it now, and then I'll tell you one for distributed interval. Take down the question. Second question. Everybody has finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah. So take down the next question now. Find A naught. Find A naught for f of x is equal to, find A naught for f of x is equal to pi minus x. I'll write down the question also. Pi minus x upon 2. F of x is equal to pi minus x divided by 2 the whole square. Pi minus x divided by 2 the whole square in the interval 0 less equal x less equal to pi, such that f of x plus 2 pi is f of x, such that f of x plus 2 pi is equal to f of x. So that's your function whose value of a naught you have to find in the Fourier series expansion for f of x. So how you are going to go about? Same formula you are going to use because your interval is same. So a naught formula will be again 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi into f of x. So be bit careful while doing this integration. Take this to outside squaring it first only, so that it will become simple, and then take the integration of pi minus x the whole square. So your formula for a naught is 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi 1 by 4 into pi minus x the whole square is. Yes, try solving and tell me the answer. 4 I have taken purposely out because then again you will get confused with this 2 square, and then whatever is the integration minus 3 will come in the denominator. That's why I have written 4 outside initially only. Correct. Pi square by 6 is the answer. Those who are getting the answer as pi square by 6, that's the correct answer. So just see, it will be 1 by 4 pi integration of pi minus x the whole
Ma'am?
square. Yes.
You have written question wrong. It's square, pi minus x square.
So I have written pi minus x the whole square.
So answer does not become pi square by 6, no?
Okay, let me check. This question is pi minus x the whole cube divided by minus 3. Here you must have skipped that negative sign. Pi minus x square, the integration of that is pi minus x the whole cube upon 3. But derivative of minus x also should be there, so minus sign will be there. Is it okay? And the limit is 0 to 2 pi. Just substitute and check now. So it is 1 by 4 pi into minus 3. Upper limit is pi minus 2 pi. That is minus pi cube. And lower limit is 0. So pi cube. So just see what it will become. This will become minus 1 by 12 pi into pi cube minus pi cube, that is minus 2 pi cube. And therefore, your answer is minus and minus cancels.
Pi square by 6.
And therefore, your answer is pi square by 6. So we are getting the answer as pi square by 6. Who had that problem? Who didn't get answer as pi square by 6? You please cross check. Do you understand whatever I have written? Else you can ask again. Clear everyone? Jay, Firke, you are there in the lecture?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are understanding what is going on?
Yes, ma'am. Understanding.
Okay. Pi square by 6 is the answer. Everybody got it?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Now, the next example that we will see is for distributed interval. Till now, we had the function to be continuous. First was x sin x. X is a continuous function, sin is a continuous function, product of continuous function was continuous. It was not distributed. This one also was having single function, single value, pi minus x by 2 the whole square. So that's why the value of the we had direct function to be continuous. But if it is distributed in 2 parts, then how do we go about it? That one question I will do. Take down the question. Find a naught for f of x is equal to find a naught for f of x is equal to in x in the interval 0 less equal x less equal pi and 0 for pi less equal x less equal 2 pi. For pi less equal x less equal 2 pi. X from 0 less than x less than pi and 0 for pi less than x equal to x less than 2 pi. Now you see that this function is discontinuous. Can you see that the function is discontinuous?
Yes, ma'am.
When you put the left hand limit at pi, x is equal to pi, it is becoming pi. Okay?
Yes.
And when you put the right hand limit, it is 0. Still we are able to 0. Still we are able to write down the Fourier series expansion for this. The point at which it is not continuous, we will write down for the function converges to f of x naught, where x naught is pi, as the conversion limit will be f of x naught left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. We redefine the function like this. So this point, at the point pi, when it is having a problem, the function is defined as to be left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. So what will be there? X plus 0 by 2. Okay, how we require the convergence. So that's why we'll go ahead with that. If they ask you what is the convergence at the point of discontinuity, then the convergence formula is left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. So what is that left hand limit for x naught? It is at pi, x plus 0 divided by 2. This will be a separate question which will be asked. But right now what we are asked? We are asked a naught. So how will you go about? Strike with your normal formula. A naught is equal to the student who is telling the answer, there is lot of disturbances there. Please stop. Okay, 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi. You write down initially like this only. 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi. Okay, into f of x dx. This is your general formula. But now look at the question. Is it given in the continuous form between 0 to 2 pi? Is it given in that form so that I directly no. So you will write this as 1 by pi and you distribute it. 0 to pi f of x, f1 you take, right, if you want, or f of x dx plus pi to 2 pi f of x dx.
F of x dx.
That's it. That's the only thing which you have to do different from the previous example. And now solve it. This will be 1 by pi. First bracket is integration 0 to pi x dx. And second is 0 because the function is 0, na? The value of the function in this interval is 0. So integration of 0 will be 0. Is this okay? Koi area hai nahi? Okay? And that's why your answer will be, I think so many of the students have got it. It is x square by 2 from 0 to pi, and therefore your final answer will be pi by 2. Pi square by 2 pi, which is pi by 2. Okay? Everybody got the answer as pi by 2. A naught is equal to pi by 2. Good. So that means you are getting, it's not at all difficult. Now the examples are not difficult. Understanding the theory and the derivation was a bit complicated. Rather than complicated, lengthy. Okay?
मैम वो रेंज किसी लिए बताओ?
Yes, pardon? Range 0 to
pi.
हाँ, क्वेश्चन में डिफाइन किया है कि f of x is distributed between 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. Question only is given like this. So that's why I took it. If I
मैम वो
have
डिसकंटिन्यूअस का कैसे मैम?
at the point at which it is discontinuous, we are going to think about its convergence, and that convergence limit is you have to take left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. वहाँ पे वो converge होता है, उसकी भी theory है. Okay, in B.V. Ramana will get it. You please go through it. Is it okay? Also, I have mentioned it in the notes. ठीक है?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other doubt? Yeah.
That we got the a naught is equal to pi by 2. I got it how we got pi by 2. But what can you tell me again what that a naught denotes in that whole?
Yeah, Fourier series which is there. There are we are trying to write it in the form of you say for example trigonometric series which will give you the sine wave and cos wave. A naught represents the coefficient of cos 0, that is constant part. For example, if f of x was a function which is depending on a variable, say current. X is current flowing through a circuit. Okay, then the sine waves and cos waves which are there, for that the coefficients will be of cos and sine, but a direct current which is flowing through the circuit will be the constant part. So A naught depends the constant part of that Fourier series, which actually when you consider into a practical approach, that example, if it is asked what is the direct part of this entire function which is flowing through a circuit, for example current, then it will be the constant part A naught by 2. We'll do that question.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So just I want to ask, so that A naught is the constant. So that current example, the constant here will be pi by 2.
Yes, correct. So value of the current which is flowing through a circuit will be pi by 2 ampere.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Yes. Any other doubt?
Ma'am, can you tell what is written in the extreme right corner, that formula f of x naught minus 0 plus that is not?
It's not visible. See, when we can see that here the function is discontinuous. What happens? Your cos and f of x is said to be convergent. If you are talking about discontinuity, then at the point of discontinuity where it is converging, that we are not able to identify. So for that, the derivation has been done. Ki how it will converge? जहाँ पे continuous है, if the function is continuous at x naught, then directly f of x will converge to f of x naught at the point x naught. But at the point where it is discontinuous, कहाँ जाएगा? Left hand limit को जाएगा या right hand limit को जाएगा? That we don't know. So then the derivation or the conclusion was been done that it turns out to be left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2, average of both the limits. That's the formula which I have written. At pi, there will be left hand limit, which is the left hand limit upper interval. Pi को left hand side से कैसे approach कर रहे हैं? X से, और pi को right hand side से कैसे approach कर रहे हैं? 0 से. So what will be your point of where will the function converge at the point of discontinuity? F of x naught left hand limit plus f of x naught right hand limit divided by 2. वो ग्राफ से भी आपको समझ में आएगा. Yesterday I had drawn that graph. So suppose this is your function, okay? F of x, can you see what I am drawing? F of x is equal to x in the interval 0 to pi. This is your curve, and then it is becoming 0. 0 to 2 pi में वो 0 हो रहा है, तो curve ऐसे. This is your function between pi to 2 pi, and that is the function between 0 to pi. समझ में आ रहा है? Draw करेंगे ग्राफ तो ऐसे दिखेगा, and it is periodic. Means same thing will repeat after those. तो यहाँ से वो ऐसे जाएगा 3 pi तक, and फिर 3 pi से 4 pi तक the function will be good. Okay, so you just see, if I want to try to find out the convergence from both the sides, it is approaching to the midpoint. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting it? If I want to see where the function is approaching, when I want to come down, यहाँ से मुझे कहाँ जाना है? 0 तक जाना है. So 0 से भी आगे ऊपर जाने की कोशिश करूँगी और नीचे आने की कोशिश करूँगी, तो मिड पॉइंट तक वो दोनों मिल जाएंगे. तो convergent point वो होगा. So what it will be? Left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2, average. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
The student who had asked the question, what is that written on the extreme right hand side? F of x naught minus 0 plus f of x naught plus 0 divided by 2. Yes?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So that is your value of pi by 2, which is the constant part of the Fourier series expansion, which can be treated as the direct part of the Fourier series expansion. Remaining will be the coefficients of sine and cos, which will be actually converted to sine waves and cos waves, and that will be transmitted to your signal systems. Okay, it is totally converting your digital zeros and ones to a continuous sine wave or cos wave, and from that cos 0 का coefficient क्या है? A naught by 2. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what is the one more question we will try to do, and in that we are going to find A1 and B1. Is A naught clear to everyone? How to find A naught?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's go to find A1 and B1. We have written the formula for AN and BN in general, but how do we use it to find A1, B1? That we are going to see. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Take down the question then. Take down the question. F of x is equal to, again we'll take down the same question, x sin x. F of x is equal to x sin x f of x is equal to x sin x in the interval, obviously 0 to 0 less than x less than equal to x less than equal to 2 pi, 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 2 pi. This is your f of x. Find a1 and b1 in the Fourier series expansion of f of x. Find a1 and b1 in the Fourier series expansion of f of x. Is the question clear to everyone? Yes?
Yes.
Now
Yes,
what
ma'am.
you have to, now you have to first write down what is the formula. Okay, what is the formula for A1? So directly writing formula for A1 is, if it is possible for you and you are able to do it, very good. Else, what is the general formula for AN? AN is 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi f of x into cos of nx. Correct? So what will be A1? Put n is equal to 1. So it will be 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi f of x into cos x. Clear? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Then put value of f of x. So what it will be? What is the value of f of x? It is x sin x into cos x dx. This integration you have to do. So you can see that there are three functions, and I'll use by parts formula. But for that, first of all, combine sin x cos x. How can you combine sin x cos x?
By multiplying
Multiply by
Correct. Multiplying and dividing by 2. Yes, somebody got the answer is minus half. That's the correct answer. So 2 divided by 1 by 2 pi, and that's why this will become 1 by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi. It will become x into sin 2x. And now you can apply your Leibniz formula of product rule. So what is the Leibniz formula for product rule?
U into V1 minus U dash V2.
Very good. So it will become A1 is equal to 1 by 2 by, what will be U? Whose derivative is becoming 0? X. So X will be U and sin 2x will be V. Okay. So that's why your value will become now X as it is, because the formula is integration UV formula is U V1 minus U dash V2 plus dot dot dot. Okay. So 1 by 2 pi X. First integration of sin is minus cos 2x divided by 2. Please don't skip this 2, okay? Derivative of 2x is 2. Then minus derivative of x is 1. Second integration of sin 2x is minus sin 2x divided by 4. And from where to where? 0 to 2 pi. So substitute that and see what is the answer. Now in your theory question also you can directly cancel out the terms. So there is no problem. Look at this question. It is sin 2x, which will become upper limit is sin upper limit is 2 pi, so it will become sin 4 pi. Sin 4 pi is 0 as well as sin 0 is 0. So this term will not contribute anything to your answer, so you can remove it directly. Again, in first term also, only upper limit will give you the answer, lower limit x is 0. So directly you will get 2 pi into minus cos of 2 into 4 pi and divided by 2 will be outside. This is outside the angle. Please don't get confused by taking it inside the angle, then your angle only will become x. And hence your answer will become, this is becoming cancelled. 2 pi is getting cancelled. Cos 4 pi is 1, so minus half is your answer. Cos of 4 pi is 1. Okay? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you find what is B1. Similarly, you try to find B1. B1 is the formula 1 by pi. I am writing it directly now. 0 to 2 pi f of x into sin x dx. So that will become 0 to 2 pi f of x is x sin x into sin x, so it will become sin square x. Again, what you are going to use here, I cannot write down the integration of sin square directly. So whenever your power is 2, you have to convert it to first degree term. So what is the trigonometric formula that you are going to use for sin square? Yes.
1 plus cos 2x by 2.
1 minus cos
One minus
Minus
cos
cos 2x
square x by 2.
divided. Yes, cos 2x by 2. Don't use cos square. If you again use cos square, then the integration won't be solved. So you have to make use of trigonometric function having power 1. So sin square x is 1 minus cos 2x by 2 from where to where? 0 to 2 pi dx. Do this integration, you can take 2 outside, 1 by 2 pi is written as it is. And again by parts you will have to use and try to solve that answer. Check what is the answer for this.
Pi.
Pi.
Final answer you are getting pi? Yes, correct. Pi is the answer. Okay. Is everybody getting the answer to be pi?
Yes, ma'am.
So x will remain as it is. Then 1 minus cos 2x का integration रहेगा x minus sin 2x divided by 2. This is the first integration. 1 का integration x, cos 2x integration is sin 2x divided by 2, minus sign remains as it is. Then minus derivative of x is 1. One more integration of this will be x square by 2. Then sin integration is minus cos. So minus of minus will become plus and it will become cos of 2x divided by 4 from 0 to 2. Substituting the values and simplifying, we will get the answer. B1 is equal to 1 by 2 pi as it is. Check where the values will remain and where it will become 0. Sin 4 pi is 0, sin 0 is 0. So this will not contribute anything. Okay, this term will contribute the upper limit. So x square, put 2 pi in that. 2 pi square is 4 pi square. Lower limit will be 0. So first term is over now. Now second term, it is minus again upper limit. So minus 4 pi square divided by 2. And lower limit is 0. Then next again, for cos 2x upon 4, the upper limit minus sign because it is heading outside minus, this minus is there. So cos 4 pi upon 4 is minus 1 by 4 and lower limit is 0. So cos of 0 minus of minus. Lower limit will become minus of minus plus. Cos 0 is 1, so 1 by 4. So plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 gets cancelled and your answer is 2 pi. In this it will become 2 pi square. 4 pi square minus 2 pi square is 2 pi square and therefore your answer is pi. Is this clear? If you do it systematically, you will get the final answer. So that's the right option. Is it okay? So such type of questions will be there in MCQ. In your theory exam, everybody will have to solve the entire question if there was theory exam. Right now, the values are like this. B1 is equal to pi, B and A1 was turning out to be minus half. So clear everyone how to get the coefficients?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain the second step of finding B1?
This one, substituting the values.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just see, when you are doing definite integration, you have to put upper limit first minus lower limit. So what is the upper limit? 2 pi. X into x, x square. So if I put in place of x 2 pi, it will be 2 pi square. So it will be 4 pi square. Okay. Minus, it has sin 2x. Forget about this x. Whatever you put in this x, sin 2 pi into 2 is 4 pi. Sin 4 pi is 0 as well as sin 0 is 0. So this term will go. So nothing it will be contributed with the help of sin 2x by 2. So I have removed it. Only x square I had, which I wrote as 4 pi square. Lower limit x is 0, so 0 square is 0. So you won't get it. So this bracket is done. Now you have to look at this bracket. So put x is equal to 2 pi, so it is 2 pi the whole square, again which is 4 pi square by 2, upper limit. Lower limit minus 0. So that won't contribute anything. I will get only minus 4 pi square by 2. So minus 4 pi square by 2. Then cos 2x by 4. So when you put x is equal to 2 pi, it will be cos of 4 pi by 4. Cos 4 pi is again 1 with minus sign outside for the upper limit. So it is minus 1 by 4. When you put the lower limit, you write minus of lower limit. So minus of minus will become plus. Cos 0 is 1, 1 by 4. So plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 gets cancelled. 4 pi square minus 4 pi square by 2 is 2 pi square, which gives you 2 pi square and final answer is pi. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone got it? So this is the way this examples will be there, and you are getting the coefficients of each of the cos term, each of the sin term, which means and there are infinitely many such terms. You can find A2, B2 also in the same way by taking n is equal to 2. Okay. Now let me tell you, this was for the interval f of x in 0 to 2 pi. If suppose your interval becomes minus L to L, then what will be the change in the formula? Because those type of functions are also there, those type of questions are also there. So I'll just write down that and then we'll stop because I have to take your attendance also. F of x is equal to your general function will be given to you, which is periodic, and the change will be between minus pi to pi, minus L to L. Then what will happen? The formulas, I will write down first the formulas and then let us see whatever we have written will be correct as per what we got for 0 to 2 pi or minus pi to pi. Let us see whether it works. So just see, if your general interval is of the type minus pi to pi, in place of 0 to pi, you have minus pi to pi. This is your range in which your function is defined. F of x is defined in the interval minus pi less equal x less equal pi. So again your total period is upper limit minus lower limit. Yes or no? Are you getting what we are trying to do?
Yes.
So this will be again 2 pi, which I am going to compare with the previous one. Previous one where it was 0 to 2 pi. There also the period was 2 pi only. Here also the period is 2 pi only. So what will be the change? Only in the formula is your f of x will be same. F of x will be equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of nx plus bn sin of nx. This is as it is. Okay, but only change will be in the formulas of a naught, an, and bn. If you have understood the formulas for 0 to 2 pi, you will be able to tell me what will be the formula for a naught in this interval minus pi to pi. What is the only thing which was different there? There it was 0 to 2 pi, there it is minus pi to pi. So what will be your integration? Limits क्या होंगे integration के?
minus pi to pi.
Minus pi to pi.
Inside function is not changing, isn't it? तो ये वैसे ही रहेगा. F of x into cos nx dx, and here it will be minus pi to pi f of x into sin nx dx. Will there be any change here? 1 upon जो denominator पे था वो change होगा क्या?
No, ma'am.
Everybody is getting it. See, there also the period was 2 pi. It will remain same. So actually we compare this period now with 2l. तो यहाँ पे भी l pi ही है. If I compare period 2l is equal to 2 pi, l is equal to pi. इस क्वेश्चन में भी वही है, पहले क्वेश्चन में भी वही था. So it will be 1 by pi. The only change is in the limits. Are you getting it? Are you getting it or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because only the definition of the function is changing in the interval. Interval is changing, so your limits will change, nothing more. But what you have to understand, who comes here? Total period जो भी है, what is your total period? Whatever is there, divide by 2 is your coefficient. जो हम लोगों ने a naught के formula में a naught a and b n का formula जब कल derive किया, that in that formula we saw how we get that pi. It becomes upper limit minus lower limit, and then 1 by 2 is outside, and then 2 gets cancelled, and we get this pi. Is it okay? So the same way we can prove that. If your total length of the period is 2l, the term which comes here is l, half of your entire period. 1 by l. Okay? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you write down, okay, I'll send in the notes the generalized formula. You please see that, and I'll send you the questions of MCQ to solve for both from 0 to 2 pi as well as between minus pi to pi. Okay, and then there is something called as even and odd that I have not told you. So if you are getting stuck with that, don't think about even odd. I'll tell you what is even odd and how the formula is changed if the function is even or odd. that we'll see in tomorrow's lecture. Okay? I hope we have tomorrow the lecture, correct?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Okay, fine. Just a second, I'll stop.